Welcome to this very special edition of the Left Behind Game Club. Next week we have our episode coming out around Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. But to hold you over, here's a list of 10 games that I think we should play. In the future, both Mike and Mo will come out with their own lists, but we're starting with mine. Let's get right into it.
You're listening to the Left Behind Game Club.
Welcome to the Left Behind Game Club, where our goal is to make sure that no game is left behind. I'm your host, Jacob McCourt, and with me, my two co-hosts, Mo Murtadi.
How's it going, guys? Mo here.
And Mike Ruffolo.
Hello, hello, hello.
Today we have a very special edition for you. We've been talking about what games we should play in the future, and we've all started to build lists. And so what we're going to do in this very special edition is talk to you about the 10 games that I think we should play on the Left Behind Game Club.
Yes. Well, actually, you made a list, and we're going to chastise you for the next little while and tell you why our lists are going to be better.
Great. The list that you have totally made already, right?
Nope, not yet.
All right. Well, hey, the first game that I think we should absolutely play, and again, I'm going to do these one by one, is a game called Ghost Trick. Okay? Now, Ghost Trick, just to give you the 15-second pitch, and that's what we'll do one by one, is kind of say the game and say why. So Ghost Trick, I've not played it before. It's from the makers of the Phoenix Wright series. The Phoenix Wright series of kind of lawyer adventure games. Ghost Trick, you play a ghost who controls inanimate objects to be able to solve puzzles.
What?
Okay.
And that sounds dope, and I want to play that.
Wait, what is it? What do you mean, like, you control... What's the view? I think that's the best way I can understand the game. Is it, like, first person, side-scrolling? What's going on?
No, so this game's available on Nintendo DS and iOS systems only.
Okay.
And essentially, it's a puzzle game, but the way it looks is it's almost like a side-scroller, whose models, I believe, are, like, polygonal 3D, but it's told from a side-scroller's perspective.
Gotcha, so like Mario... left to right kind of thing.
Yeah, that's my take on it. And you know, I'm a big fan of like visual novels, but I don't think I'd ever get you guys to play like a game like 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. So this is kind of the closest that I'll get to having you play that.
What is 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors?
Mike, you said you've played 999, right?
No, sorry, I'm talking Ghost Trick.
Oh, you played Ghost Trick. Okay, 999, and then I'm going to ask you what you thought of Ghost Trick, Mike. 999 is essentially a like visual novel on the DS where you're they put like a device that has a bomb attached to it on your wrist, and you're in a sinking ship, and essentially it's like a branching story where you have to get off the ship by solving puzzles within the ship.
Cool.
Sounds like Mo would hate it.
Yeah. I would have anxiety, and if I lose, I'm going to get angry. But you know what? It might happen. We might play it.
Watch the trailer and then let me know. But Mike, you said you've played Ghost Trick before. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I just didn't have enough investment in it to finish it. I think I still have it lying around somewhere for my DS, so I'm ready to go.
What's the play time on it? Like, how long do you think it would take run through?
10 hours.
Whoa.
Probably.
10 hours on a DS?
Yeah, or an iOS device, which I think you don't have either, do you?
I have a 2DS. I think I have a 2DS, but let's fire up the carpal tunnel with 10 hours of DS gameplay.
But it's very like it's a methodical pace. It's not like action focused. So what I'm thinking is this one is a maybe.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. It sounds pretty cool. Let's definitely give it a shot. Maybe.
I can deal with it.
What do you got next?
The next game that I want to play is Brutal Legend. I have not played Brutal Legend, but Psychonauts is one of my favorite games. Both are developed by Double Fine, who you may know from basically the biggest Kickstarter campaign that ever happened, which was Double Fine Adventure, which became Broken Age. Essentially, Brutal Legend is a part action-adventure game, part real-time strategy game that stars Jack Black, all about heavy metal.
Oh, really? As soon as I saw this, I'm like, are we playing Guitar Hero? What's going on? Because, so Jacob, when you posted your article on your site, the photo that you have there for the trailer just shows some guy raging out to a guitar. It looks like the guy from, like, the Gears of War, the main character, with a giant, like, axe. Yeah, with the giant guitar, just storming out. I'm like, all right, we're playing Guitar Hero. I'm glad it's not. But
here's the crazy part, though. I actually believe that you can plug in a guitar controller and use it.
No way.
In like 2% of the game, but yeah.
All right, one of you guys is doing it. I'm not, but one of you guys is. Maybe Jacob.
So I've played and beaten Brutal Legend before. I have a lot of thoughts about it, but I will save that for that episode if we ever get to it.
Whoa,
Mike, you've already played the game. Would it be a good episode of the Left Behind Game Club?
It would be a good episode of the Left Behind Game Club.
And it's available on Linux, so I'm content because I can play it on my laptop. What do we got next, Jake?
The next game for the 10 games I think we should play on the podcast, Spec Ops The Line. I've played this one, but I think it's one of the biggest surprises in games. Not because it's mechanically competent, but it's the magic of the narrative. And without spoiling anything, the ending of the game may be one of the most satisfying I've ever experienced.
Okay, Jacob, one thing about this game. So you've been hyping it since like we even had the idea of like setting up this podcast.
Yeah.
I almost want you to like completely stop like hyping it up because I think based off you saying it so much, we're definitely going to be doing it. And I don't want to be walking into it expecting the world and then like kind of feeling all miserable about it. So I'm really excited to play it just because I know like your recommendation in gaming is going to be amazing. So I say this one is almost like a guarantee somewhere down the line, without a doubt, I think. I don't know. Mike, how do you feel?
I am really excited to play Spec Ops The Line. I've tried playing the first level a couple times, but I never had the motivation to pull me through to the end.
Cool.
So I'm excited to play through with you guys so that way we can have more of a discussion, because from everything I understand and everything that Jacob said, there seems to be some very fertile ground for discussing the story of that game.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it just because I've never heard so much about a game until we started talking about this, so it should be a good one. Or a bad one.
Great.
We'll see.
Let's
do it.
Another one that I have played and...
Relax, Khaled.
Another one that I've played and really enjoyed is Virginia. Now, this one's a little weird because it just came out last year, but I feel as though this game just got completely passed over.
Yeah.
And this one's under 2 hours, but the thing about it is, without, again, going into deep detail, I think it has one of the best sequences in a game in the past 5 years.
Jacob?
Yeah.
High praise.
Is this Gone Home Part 2?
Yes,
you know exactly
absolutely.
What I'm asking. Yes?
100%. Yep.
Okay. All right.
So I know how you feel about it, Mike.
So, as long as we can sort out Mo's mods, so that way he has a gun and things to shoot at.
Just give me something to do.
It'll be an amazing episode.
Yeah.
And
you think
I
so
can't
too, Mike?
wait to play it.
Yeah? Did you play it before, Mike, or you just want to check it out?
I haven't played it before. I don't think I own it, which is I find odd because I feel like I own everything at this point. And I'm excited to play it because it sounds very cool, especially after Jacob described it as Gone Home Part 2.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
you know what?
It's got some of the weirdness of like the X-Files.
Oh, man, you're going to get me so
and
hyped.
The Twilight
Don't get me
Zone.
too hyped. So no.
Okay, no, you know what? If you guys are both hyped on it, let's definitely give it a shot. It's 2 hours. I feel like it's a quick episode. It might be crazy.
I love the X-Files.
And once again, the thing is, though, like, I'm going into it expecting it to be like the Gone Home style game, so that's already a +1 for it, whereas like Gone Home, I walked in expecting like a murdering, gun-haunted house game. So, you know what? It might be pretty solid. That's definitely added onto the list, potentially.
Okay, so
strong
far...
Strong maybe.
A strong maybe. So far I've gone through 4 of them, and 3 of them are probably... Ghost Trick we'll see. The 5th one that I have is actually Advance Wars for the DS and for the Wii U. This is a strategy game by Intelligent Systems. They've made a ton of stuff. Fire Emblem, WarioWare, Paper Mario. My brother really loved Advance Wars when I was a kid, and I just never got into them. Like, I did Fire Emblem and he did Advance Wars. Yep. And it's just a cool game about war. It started on the Famicom, I think.
No way. It went that far back?
Yeah, it was,
wow.
or maybe the Super Famicom, not the Famicom, but the Super Famicom. And
so for those of us in North America, the NES.
Super Famicom is Super NES, right?
Yep.
So I think it started on the Super NES.
Gotcha.
I feel like I had one of these for Game Boy Advance.
I did too.
Okay.
You actually may have. Actually, it's not DS. It's Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
The original came out on Game Boy Advance. You're correct.
Yeah, I think I had it, but I never played it because I don't know if I didn't like it or I didn't know what it was. And I think it was was it turn-based?
Yes, it was.
Is, yeah. It's a strategy game for babies.
Okay, so guys,
so you've played it?
No. Guys, this is like a foundational game. This, if it is turn-based, this is probably the game that made me despise turn-based games until today. So it came out in 2001, so we might have to play it just to see what made me so frustrated with turn-based games. And whenever someone brings it up, hey, let's play this game, it's turn-based, I'm like, nope. And I'm pretty sure it was Advance Wars that did it. I'll leave it at that.
So, Mike, you really love this one.
I do. No, I've enjoyed playing Advance Wars in the past. Yeah. It needs to be said that it's a turn-based strategy game for babies.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it'll be perfect for you guys.
Oh.
No, turn-based, I just don't like being restrained. I want my laser gun and my aliens and my things to shoot. Do not keep me down. I just want to keep going. Yeah, so no, I don't know. I'm if we didn't play it, I wouldn't be upset. I'll leave my comment as that.
Okay. The next game that I think we should play is Valiant Hearts. That one came out of the UbiArt initiative from Ubisoft. UbiArt is an engine that they developed to be able to create cool new games that look a certain way. So I think the Rayman games are based on UbiArt, and then there's a series of 2 RPGs that they released, Child of Light and another one that I'm not remembering right now.
Okay,
but,
Khaled.
Why do you keep calling me that?
Another one.
Oh my god.
Is that why you... Now I understand why you're calling me that.
Another one.
I almost didn't want to know why.
Another one. We're going to play another one. Yeah, but it's...
Jacob,
yeah.
Yeah, with this one, when I... This game almost, had me just with, the visuals. It looks super cartoony and, unique. I'm almost without even learning anything about it, I'm almost let's give this one a shot. I don't know, I don't know how to explain its artistic style, but it's very I don't know, bright cartoon. I don't know. I'm not an artist. It just looks great. It looks great visually, and that's kind of attracting me to it.
World War I puzzle game. I think where you control multiple different characters. Mike, have you played that one?
No, I have it sitting on my Xbox, but I've never loaded it up, so I'm excited to try it. Let's
Excellent. Do it. Excellent. Okay. We've just got 4 more here. The next one is To the Moon. Now, that one's available for PC, Mac, and Linux. Came out a few years ago. And it's a role-playing game. And I will just read the plot for you and kind of leave it at that. It's very Earthbound in its visual style. So this particular story follows Dr. Rosaline and Dr. Watts' attempt to fulfill the dream of a dying elderly man, Johnny. In their mission to do so, they traverse backwards through the man's memories, unfolding his curious life story before their eyes.
Okay. Sure. I'm not excited about it. I don't know anything about it yet. Anything else you can add to kind of get me hyped about it?
A lot of the people that have played it, that's the one thing that I looked at is just the reviews of it, and not the actual critical big outlet reviews. I looked at the people reviews, and a lot of them talked about how meaningful the story was and how it was the most emotional they've been playing a game.
Oh.
So what's this game called again?
It's called To the Moon.
So we're gonna cry.
So it's developed by Freebird Games. This one flew under the radar, but it's one that I saw and immediately was like, okay, it's kind of like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Well, now I'm in.
Looks like, and again, this is, I'm just describing it based on the plot, not because I know for sure that there's a link there, but that's immediately what I thought of.
It plays like a Pokemon game on like mobile, like DS or Game Boy Advance.
Exactly, that's exactly what it looks like.
Are we going to be catching memories? Like Pokemon?
Gotta catch 'em all. Oh.
Yes, what are you going to name your first memory? What's your nickname?
Charizard.
Disappointment.
Oh. Can I name him? Can I name mine Lord Helix?
Sure, whatever that is.
Anyone? Lord Helix? Am I just speaking
crickets.
into the ether?
This is when you
Crickets?
insert the cricket noise.
Crickets? Mike Crickets?
Chirp, chirp. Living in the burbs with the burbs.
Splinter Cell Conviction is my 8th game. I've played it. A lot of people always talk about the Splinter Cell series and mention Pandora Tomorrow, or they mention Chaos Theory, mostly because of the either the campaign or the multiplayer. Yeah. There's like two like camps of thought on that. But with Conviction, it was almost like a reboot where they moved it from less of a stealth game to more of an action stealth game, and it's my favorite Splinter Cell game.
No,
I've never made it all the way through, but I'd really like to play it with you, so that way I can get your take on it, because I've never really gotten into a Splinter Cell game before. I've heard great things.
Exact same thing, Mike. I've played a couple of them, like maybe 30 minutes in, and then all right, I'm over it. So it'd be cool to play with you guys. And guys, there's a gun, so I'm sold already. I get to shoot.
Yeah, and with that one, I played a lot of the multiplayer of both Pandora Tomorrow and Chaos Theory. This is the first campaign that got me.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so 2 more. The Wolf Among Us is the second to last one. I've played a lot of Telltale's other games. Actually, no, I've only played The Walking Dead. So I've not played Tales of the Borderland, their adventure game based on the Borderland franchise. I've not played Batman. I've not played Game of Thrones. But I have played the first 2 seasons of Walking Dead. And if that's anything like The Wolf Among Us, which is based on Bill Willingham's Fables novels, this one should be great.
I'm excited. I've read 1 or 2 Fables stories, and I really enjoyed The Walking Dead season 1. And I haven't played too much of those adventure games, so I'd be interested to try this out, and I think I own it already, so that makes it a little bit easier too.
I've seen so much of these Telltale games, like on sales, Steam, Humble, all of that. I know nothing about it, but because there's so many and there's so much hype around them, I concede to you guys, like whatever you guys recommend for a Telltale game, I want to get into it and see what's going on. So if you think The Wolf Among Us is the one to play, by all means. If, Mike, you have another recommendation for a Telltale game, let's definitely knock one of these out and do maybe 1, 2, or however many we have to do. But I definitely want to try one of these.
I have to warn you, Mo. You don't end up shooting anyone.
I retract my last 2 minutes of speaking. No, I'm just kidding. No, I definitely still want to try it out.
Okay, good.
I think the whole gone home like joke we have going, it's literally just, I think, because I was expecting a lot and I got disappointed extremely, but at least there was a good story, I guess. That's the only reason I think.
You wanted the home and Gone Home to be heaven.
Yeah.
You just wanted to send people to their graves.
Exactly. No, I think if it was just mentioned, hey, this is just like a walking simulator, I'd be like, okay, now I'll enjoy it a little bit more. But I was just expecting so much. That's the only thing.
And I think that Walking Dead Season 1 is more important, but with the the Wolf Among Us Season 2 being announced, I think it's one that a lot of people are going to be playing because they might have skipped it the first time.
Cool. Sounds good to me. That's definitely added on a list.
And then finally, the last game is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. This is one that I actually had like 4 games in this last spot, and I think I wrote 1 or 2 of them up besides this one, but I kept coming back to. I played Paper Mario 64. I played Super Paper Mario, but I own 2 copies of this game, and I've never played it. And although it's long, there's a lot of charm there that I think I'd like to explore.
I love Charm. I can't wait to do it.
Yeah, I still was telling Jacob earlier that this game was pretty cool when I played it. I think just visually it looks great, and I'm a sucker for good visuals in a game. And I think it's definitely should be added on, but once again, it is pretty long. It might be a 2-parter because it might take us a while to finish this one. But
I think that one's a 30-hour game, actually.
Jeez, okay. This might be like a play-along live stream later on if we end up tackling that.
Just think of the dollar value.
Yeah, just rotate around. Everyone jump in 10 hours.
Let's do it. I'm down for that.
Maybe Paper Mario gets put on the back burner out of all the games you recommended, but I think so far, good list, Jacob.
Yeah, so I will go over the list one more time and then bid you gentlemen adieu. Ghost Trick, Brutal Legend, Spec Ops The Line, Virginia, Advance Wars, Valiant Hearts, To the Moon, Splinter Cell Conviction, The Wolf Among Us, and Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. And I think out of most of them you guys are like, yeah, let's do it. So yeah. I guess I have a good list.
Yeah, well, one thing we should do, Mike, pick one of these games that you want to play and you have to destroy the rest.
Ooh.
That's tough, Mo.
I'll go first because I'm ruthless. Actually, this is pretty tricky. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I think for me, it's going to be Valiant Hearts. Just because, once again,
wow.
I can't. It looks really it looks so cool. Even if it's not cool, it looks really cool. I think Valiant Hearts will be the one for me. And then honorable mention is Spec Ops because gun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with Spec Ops.
Cool. Spec Ops.
Okay, and if I had to pick mine, that's tough because I have two schools of thought in it. It's like, have I played it before, or do I want to share it with you guys? Yeah. And to me, like, if I want to share it with you guys, it would be Virginia for sure. But if I wanted to play a new game, it would be To the Moon, just because I'm so interested. You know what? I'm gonna pick To the Moon because it's one I've not played, and I am super interested in the very unique story that it's trying to tell.
Cool.
So there it is.
Cool.
There is my list of 10 games that I think we should play on the Left Behind Game Club. Next week's episode, we have Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. So stick around if you want to follow us. I'm at Jacob McCourt. Mike, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at RuffoloM or at my website, michaelruffolo.com.
And Mo?
Blanket at Murtadi everywhere. See you guys there.
What? Blanket? Like your email is blanket at momurtadi.com?
I wasn't even paying attention. I just blanket statement over all social media at Murtadi. Sometimes I don't finish my words. I just talk.
Because it's a funny story. You got a brand new microphone, and you got a nice pop filter to go on top of that microphone that I believe is just a blanket. So I thought you were making a joke.
Oh, no. Only the finest accessories on my microphone. Just a blanket.
Merino wool pop filter.
Exactly. Yeah.
And for risk of jumping into song here, I think one of us should just say peace and then leave it.
Michael?
Peace. Leave it.
You weren't supposed to say leave it.
All right, guys.
Oh, damn.